It's Witness Wednesday, and this week, the treasure's been unlocked. What will you witness? Join us and see for yourself.
And with me, I got the mighty Malak Enoch. Today, we're going to be bringing forth Witness Wednesday number 12, 12 Apostles. I thought it fitting because we're reaching the 12th episode. I definitely wanted to do something that has to do with the number 12. I thought about doing the 12 tribes of Israel, but I was more led in the spirit to bring out about the 12 apostles for me to learn, for my bond to learn, and for everyone else that's tuning in and watching these episodes. I was led in the spirit to bring forth information, just a little bit information about each of the 12 apostles. And actually, if you know, after Judas, there was another apostle. So we'll be even touching Matthias in as well. He'll be the 13th apostle, but at any given time, there was only 12 apostles. And so I want to give all praise, all glory, and all honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Thawadah, Abba, for allowing us to bring forth another beautiful Witness Wednesday. And with that, let's get right into this presentation. All praises, all praises. So you can see here the title, 12 Apostles, Messengers Sent Forth. That's what an apostle is. It is one who has a message to send forth. They went preaching the gospel. And so they are set apart from just any ordinary disciple. There were many disciples, but the apostles were on another level. And so we see Yahushua HaMashiach set up 12 apostles, called them to be his messengers. And so these were no ordinary disciples. These were messengers on behalf of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. Now, there's a location, there's an address in the Bible that we could go to see all 12 names of the 12 apostles. And that's going to be in the book of Matthew. Go ahead, Enoch.
God. Matthew chapter 10, verse 2. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who's called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Matthew. Verse 3. Philip, and Bartholomew, Thomas, and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddaeus. Verse 4. Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him.
So we see here that we have the 12 apostles' names. Simon, called Peter, Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, John his brother, Matthew, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddaeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot. And that gives you 12 apostles.
Acts chapter 1, verse 20. For it is written in the book of Psalms, let his habitant be desolate, and let no man dwell therein, and his bishopric let another take.
So this is speaking about Judas Iscariot. So we finished with the 12th apostle, who was Judas Iscariot. And after he betrayed Christ, the apostles came together in the book of Acts chapter 1, and they had to appoint someone in Judas's seat as an apostle to fill the 12th position. And so we can see here in the book of Acts chapter 1, verse 20, they're saying, hey, somebody has to take his bishopric. And we know a bishop is a high position. It's a great office to fill. That shows the severity of being an apostle, being put in that position, the determination, the dedication, the devotion. These were no ordinary men. So they are setting up a council to determine who will be the new apostle. Verse 21.
Verse 21, wherefore of these men which have company with all us, the time that the Lord Yahushua went in and out among us. Verse 22, beginning from that baptism of John unto the same day that he was taken from us, must one be ordained to be a witness with us of his resurrection.
So this couldn't just be any person. He says this has to be someone that has accompanied with us the whole time that Yahushua went in and out amongst us. This couldn't just be somebody that came after Yahushua. They had to be there from the very beginning. From the baptism of John, this is someone that they're looking for. From the baptism of John unto the same day that he was taken up from us, must one be ordained to be a witness with us of his resurrection. So they had to meet certain criteria to even be appointed to this position. So that excludes, I'm sure, a lot of people. Verse 23.
Verse 23, and they appointed two, Joseph called Barsabbas, who was surnamed Justus, and Matthias. Verse 24, and they prayed and said, Thou, Lord, which knowest the hearts of all men, shew whether of these two thou hast chosen. Verse 25, that he may take part of this ministry and apostleship, from which Judas by transgression fell, that he might go to his own place. Verse 26, and they gave forth their lots, and the lot fell upon Matthias, and he was numbered with the 11 apostles.
So they had two candidates. One was named Joseph, who was also called Barsabbas, who was surnamed Justus. So he had three different names. And then there was Matthias. And they prayed. They prayed to the Most High. And they wanted the Most High to show who should fill this position, that they may take part of this ministry and apostleship. Because Judas, by transgression, fell and lost his position. And they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Matthias. And so he became the 12th apostle after the fall of Judas Iscariot.
Matthew chapter 4, verse 18. And Yahushua, walking by the sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. Verse 19. And he saith unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. Verse 20. And they straightway left their nets and followed him.
So this is the very beginning where Yahushua goes and he calls forth his apostles. And so the first ones that he went to were Simon, called Peter, and Andrew, his brother. And they were fishermen casting nets. And Christ said, Follow me, I will make you fishers of men. And they followed him. Now let's get a scripture on Simon Peter.
John chapter 21, verse 17. He saith unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, Feed my sheep.
So we see here Simon, son of Jonas. He's also called son of Jonah. If you look at another scripture, he's also called Barjona, which means son of Jonah. Simon Barjona. He's also called Cephas, which means a stone. So Simon Peter has multiple names, nicknames, and so forth. But those are some of the names that he's called throughout the scriptures. Now let's talk about his brother Andrew. He was famous for this question that he asks to Yahushua HaMashiach. The question he asks is, what are these 5 barley loaves and 2 fish to this multitude? How can we feed the multitude with such little? And of course, we know that Yahushua fed the 5,000 with this small amount. Let's go to the sons of thunder.
Con. Matthew chapter 4, verse 21. And going on from thence, he saw other 2 brethren, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, in a ship was with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets. And he called them. Verse 22, and they immediately left the ship and their father and followed him.
James and John. These two are the sons of thunder. That's called Boanerges. Boanerges translates to sons of thunder. So that's the nickname given to these two brothers, the sons of Zebedee. Now let's get some scriptures about them.
Mark chapter 10, verse 35. And James and John, the son of Zebedee, come unto him, saying, Master, we would that thou shouldest do for us whatsoever we shall desire. Verse 36. And he said unto them, What would ye that I should do for you?
So these two brothers, the sons of thunder, come to Yahushua and are asking for something. And Christ says, what are you asking for? What should I do for you?
Mark chapter 10, verse 37. They said unto him and unto us that we may sit, one on thy right hand and the other on thy left hand, in thy glory. Verse 38. Yahushua said unto them, Ye know not what ye ask. Can ye drink of the cup what I drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? Verse 39. And they said unto him, We can. And Yahushua said unto them, Ye shall indeed drink of the cup that I drink of, and with the baptism that I am baptized, with all shall ye be baptized.
So their desire is to sit on the right hand and the left hand of Yahushua. But he tells them, you don't know what you're asking. First off, can you drink the cup that I drink of? And can you be baptized with the baptism I am baptized with? And they say, we can. And Yahushua says, indeed, you will. But, verse 40.
Verse 40. But to sit on my right hand and on my left hand is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared. Verse 41. And when the 10 heard it, they began to be much displeased with James and John.
So Christ let them know, you can't sit on my right and my left because it's not for me to give. It shall be given to them for whom it is prepared. If it's prepared for the sons of thunder, then so be it. But if it's not, then they won't be sitting there. It's whatever the Most High has determined. Now, when the 10 other apostles heard it, they were displeased with the sons of thunder. We know that they had an argument, or at least a discussion, about who would be the greatest in the kingdom. So you can see that there was a rivalry to a degree, striving for masteries, right? The scripture says strive for masteries, but if you do so, do it lawfully. Of course, we want to be mighty, but if you want to be great, guess what? Like Yahushua tells them, you have to be lowly, humble, meek, a servant of servants. And that same will be great in the kingdom. So we have to keep that in mind. They were not pleased with the request of the sons of thunder, though. Now let's go to Philip.
John chapter 1, verse 43. The day following Yahushua would go forth into Galilee, and findeth Philip, and saith unto him, Follow me. Verse 44. Now Philip of Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. Verse 45. Philip findeth Nathanael, and saith unto him, We have found him, of whom Moses in the law and the prophets did write, Yahushua of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Verse 46. And Nathanael said unto him, Can there any good thing come out of Nazareth? Philip saith unto him, Come and see.
So Yahushua goes forth into Galilee, finds Philip, and tells him, Follow me. Philip was from the same city, Bethsaida, the same city as Andrew and Peter. And Philip finds Nathanael, says unto him, We found the Messiah. And Nathanael's response is, Can there anything good come out of Nazareth? Philip said unto him, Come and see. I'm telling you it's true. I'm telling you that it's real. He is the real deal. So right now, Philip believes, but Nathanael is not sure yet. Now, let's go to Nathanael, also known as Bartholomew.
John chapter 1, verse 47. Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to him, and saith of him, Behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guilt. Verse 48. Nathanael saith unto him, Whence knowest thou me? Yahushua answered and said unto him, Before that Philip called thee, when thou wast under the fig tree, I saw thee. Verse 49. Nathanael answered and saith unto him, Rabbi, thou art the Son of God, thou art the King of Israel. Verse 50, Yahushua answered and said unto him, Because I said unto thee, I saw the under the fig tree, believest thou, thou shalt see greater things than these.
So when Nathanael is on his way to see Yahushua, he says, Behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile. There's no deceit in Nathanael. He's blameless. He's pure. He has no malice. And Nathanael said, How do you know me? Yahushua said, Before Philip called you, when you were under the fig tree, I saw you. So Yahushua is recruiting, observing, and paying attention to those around him. He's being selective in who he's calling forth to be his apostles. Nathanael answered and said unto him, so remember, Nathanael just about 3 verses up was saying, can anything good come of Nazareth? And now he's saying, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel. He changed really quick. And so Yahushua's response is, because I said unto you, I saw you under the fig tree, believest thou? You believe me just because I said I seen you and I was observing you and watching? You shall see greater things than these. So if that had you believe, just wait until you see the things to come. Now, let's go to Thomas.
John chapter 20, verse 24. But Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus, was not with them when Yahushua came. Verse 25. The other disciples therefore said unto him, We have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. Verse 26. And after 8 days again his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Yahushua, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, Peace be unto you.
So Thomas is famous for being called Doubting Thomas. He doubted that Yahushua resurrected. He said, Except I shall see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. He didn't believe that Yahushua had resurrected. That's why he was called Doubting Thomas. He doubted until he was able to actually be proved wrong.
Verse 27. Then said he to Thomas, Reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but believing. Verse 28. And Thomas answered and said unto him, My Lord and my God. Verse 29. Yahushua saith unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen, and yet have believed.
And that's a fire scripture right there. That John 20 and verse 29. So he's telling Thomas, hey, you believe because you've seen me, but blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. And we're in those days. Thomas was an apostle walking with Hamashiach, and he still doubted, still was faithless. Christ had to tell him, be believing. You walked with me. You've seen me. And now you're even touching me after my resurrection. But blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. Let's go to Matthew, which is also called Levi, and James.
Matthew chapter 9, verse 9. And as Yahushua passed forward from thence, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the receipt of custom, and he said unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. Verse 14. As he passed by, he saw Levi, the son of Alphaeus, sitting at the receipt of custom, and said unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him.
All right, pause there. So we can see one in Matthew, one in Mark. One calls him Matthew. The other calls him Levi. But something you have to take note of is that in the Mark account, he saw Levi, the son of Alphaeus. That's important to take note of. Both the same account in Matthew and Mark. One he's called Matthew, the publican. The other he's called Levi, the son of Alphaeus. So we know that Matthew is also called Levi, but he's also the son of Alphaeus. Now watch in Matthew chapter 10 in verse 3. We have to go back because we've already read somewhere where someone else is the son of Alphaeus as well. So go ahead, Matthew 10 and 3.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 3. Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas, and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddaeus.
So we see here James, the son of Alphaeus, in Matthew 10 and 3. And he's also, and Matthew is called Matthew the publican. But who else is the son of Alphaeus? In Mark 2 and 14, he saw Levi, the son of Alphaeus. So if they're both the son of Alphaeus, both Matthew and James, they would be brothers. They have the same father. They're both the son of Alphaeus. Something to keep in mind. One thing that's interesting, though, is that Simon Peter and Andrew, they're called brothers. The sons of thunder, they're called brothers. But I don't see anywhere in the scriptures where it makes mention that Matthew and James are brothers. But it does say that they are both the son of Alphaeus. And if that's the same Alphaeus, then they would actually be brothers as well. And that would make 3 pairs of brothers. So that would make half of the apostles brothers. 3 pairs. Now let's keep going. Lebbaeus, also known as Thaddaeus.
Luke chapter 6, verse 16. And Judas the brother of James, and Judas Iscariot, which also was a traitor. G&T Luke chapter 6, verse 16.
So pause there real quick. Luke 6 and 16 says, Judas the brother of James, and Judas Iscariot, which also was the traitor. So Lebbaeus, Thaddaeus, he had another name. He also went by Judas. Now, I wanted to bring this out because in the KJV, it says Judas, the brother of James. But in GNT and the ESV, they both say something else. So let's get the GNT and the ESV of Luke 6 and 16.
GNT Luke chapter 6, verse 16. Judas, son of James, and Judas Iscariot, who became the traitor. ESV Luke chapter 6, verse 16. And Judas, the son of James, and Judas Iscariot, who became a traitor.
So it's important to take note of that. One says Judas, the brother of James, and then these other translations are saying Judas, son of James. And the only reason why I came to seeing these other translations is because I was looking up to see if Judas was also a brother of, if that was talking about James, the son of Alphaeus. So I was looking up to see if that was the case. But then there was other translations that were saying Judas, son of James. So then I'm curious, was Thaddaeus, was he the son of James, son of Alphaeus? But this could just be another James. I can't prove that he'd be the son of them, of one of the apostles. So it's interesting. It's something to look into. It's something to consider. But I wanted to bring it forth for those that are coming on here. They want to be edified. And if you have some understanding of it, I would love for you to reach out to me and teach, because I want to be taught too. And I want to learn. I was looking and studying and researching, and I wasn't able to come to a conclusion on it. So I hope somebody could reach out and let me know and edify me through the scripts. All praises. Now go ahead to John 14 and 22.
Chapter 14, verse 22. Judas said unto him, not Iscariot, Lord, how is it that thou wilt manifest thyself unto us, and not unto the world?
So we see here in John 14 and 22, Judas said unto him, not Iscariot. So they had to distinguish. Again, there was 2 Judases as apostles. One was the traitor, and one was named Thaddaeus. So just something to take note of. And then we have Simon the Zealot. Now, I was looking up for accounts of Simon in the scriptures. We know that Simon Peter has plenty, but Simon the Zealot, he's a silent figure, only being mentioned by name in 4 accounts. Matthew 10 and 4, Mark 3 and 18, Luke 6 and 15, and Acts 1 and 13. Other than that, I can't find not even him asking a question. Anything. I can't find anything. So if somebody's got something, again, shoot it on over, put it in the chat, leave a message, drop a scripture of him in the chat if you have something, all praises. But other than that, he's just named 4 times in 4 different books. And we'll go to our final apostle.
Con, Judas Iscariot, Luke chapter 22, verse 47. And while he yet spake, behold a multitude, and he that was called Judas, one of the 12, went before them, and drew near unto Yahushua to kiss him. Verse 48. But Yahushua said unto him, Judas, betrayest thou the Son of Man with a kiss?
So we know that Judas Iscariot was a sellout, and he sold his brother Yahushua HaMashiach out for 30 pieces of silver. And so, because he did so, he went and ended himself, and therefore Matthias came into that position in the book of Acts, chapter 1, as we read earlier on in this presentation. And so with that, we have all 13 apostles named, a little bit of information about each one, but I didn't want to go and make this too long. I just wanted to bring forth and show the names of each one and give a little bit of information about each one. And so this would be a good lesson to listen to again over and over, just to, if you don't have them, all 12 of the apostles memorized and you have difficulty remembering each one, this is something that you could play a couple times, and hopefully, most high willing, it'll stick with you and you'll be able to name off all of these apostles. And so just to name them off again, we got Simon Peter and his brother Andrew. We got the sons of thunder, which is James and John. We got Philip. We got Bartholomew. We got Thomas. We got Matthew, the publican. We got James, son of Alphaeus. We got Thaddaeus. We got Simon the Zealot. We got Judas Iscariot. And then also in the book of Acts, chapter 1, they have Matthias. So those are all the apostles, brothers and sisters. I hope you're able to retain it. I hope you're able to teach it. And it's good for us to know, just like for us to know who the 12 tribes of Israel are. These are things that we want to be able to have in our tool belt for us to be able to teach others. And so with that, Yasharallah, I hope you all were edified. I hope you all enjoyed. I enjoyed researching and learning about the 12 apostles. And all praises to the Most High. And with that, we say, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatam, Shalom, Mishkan.